Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new series of videos that we're going to call Handover Help. Now we understand that having a handover on day is all exciting, but we may miss things. There may be things that you want to watch back in the comfort of your own home. So I actually used to be a product genius and used to do handovers all the time. So what I'm going to do is in this new series is literally grab the camera, quite similar to the deep dives, but I'm going to basically hand over the car to you. And today we're going to take a look and start with this, the brand new BMW 1 Series. So here we go, a brand new series of videos, hopefully helping you out with all the technology and different bits in these cars that you may have missed on handover. I'm going to do this just as I used to as a product genius. So first things first, I'm going to start with the key. This new style key is very, very easy to use. You've got the unlock button at the top, your boot release here too. Really nice thing, actually really weighty and a nice thing to hold on this new 1 Series. We're not going to talk about design or any of that. We're literally going to go around the car as a handover. So first things first, we come to the boot and we'll open it up and show you the things that you may require in here. So there is a compartment underneath here which is even more space. So underneath here you've got plenty of space for additional extras. Super easy to do, and it does click up as soon as you're done. There we go, nice and clicked in place. We've got a number of lashing points if you wanted to use those. So one here, we've got some nets down here too. Of course, you've got your warning triangle, which is up here if you needed, which hopefully you won't, to pull over at the side of the road. This particular car hasn't got an electronically folding tailgate. It is just a normal manual one. And then we'll move to the rear. You've got ISOFIX points in here which are very easily accessible, so here and here. Super easy to get a child seat in there. Not loads of adjustment in the rear. The seats are pretty much fixed exactly as they are. You've got 2 USB-C ports down in the center here. The main thing is what we do when we jump inside the car. So I'm going to jump in here. I mean, firstly, I need to mention how much I love this new 1 Series. But before we do any of that, I would recommend downloading the BMW app. Completely free on the App Store. Now this one isn't connected to this car, it's connected to my car. As you can see, there's a load of options in here. You literally pair the car using your chassis number, which is over on the screen, which I'll show you now. All you need to do, create an account and then link the car via your chassis number, which on the 1 Series is here. Super easy. 17-digit code, follow the instructions on screen, then you'll have access to remote services, which for example, you can lock, unlock the car, ventilation, all that stuff. You've got all sorts of diagnostics for your trips, a vehicle finder, which at the minute I'm currently at Sytner Shrewsbury. Really cool thing to look at. And you can also use it to schedule a service, set your retail partner, and if there's any issues with accident and roadside assistance is all on there too. But let's jump inside the car and let's just show you some of the bits, because it's in here where you're going to really need the help. But I'm going to do this as I used to. So on the right hand side of the door you've got all your window controls are all here. You can change which wing mirror you want to adjust here, so left and right. All electronic, so you just use this little toggle here to go around. If you wanted to fold them manually from inside the car, you press that button and they fold in and back out. You've then got, if you wanted to lock the rear windows, because they are electric, you press this button here. If you wanted to, for example, to stop children from messing about with them. There is now no buttons up here for your light control like there used to be. It's now all done on the indicator stalk. So if you press the button on the end, it'll bring up an option on the iDrive controller, which, on the infotainment screen, which then you can basically, you're going to set it to auto and completely leave it, aren't you? You can do your parking lights, so if you wanted your side lights on, very easy to just to press that button there. But if we go back to auto, because the car is going to bong at us an awful lot, you then got also your main beam, high beam assist here, which you can turn on and off. Right hand side of the steering wheel, you've got the stalk for your windscreen wiper controls, one flick up and it goes into auto. If you did want to change the sensitivity, there's this toggle here. So at the top is obviously for the most sensitive. Then we've got the toggle here, which is for the rear windows, and you've also got the sprays on there too. So the right hand side, let's just turn the ignition on so you can see. Right hand side of the steering wheel, you've got all your media controls. So if you wanted to press the media control here, you can change radio or Apple CarPlay, whatever the media you want to use. This button here changes the dashboard. So if you wanted to, for example, change the layout, it's on there. Super, super easy. The content as well, so you can change it to your MPG, the assisted view, the maps. Map can drop up there, and actually really cool. Your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay maps will actually appear in here now, which is really, really cool. You've got a G meter just in case, and then your media in there too. Other buttons on here, obviously your volume control and your phone. Once your phone is paired up, this button will show you your recent calls when you press it, and if you wanted to answer or decline a call. You've got your voice control here as well, but you can say things. I'm not going to say it too loud because the car might try and do it, but if you say, hey BMW, the car will, basically the voice control will be active. Left hand side, you've got your cruise control, so one press deciphers which mode you want. So you've got speed limiter, cruise control, and if you've got the adaptive cruise control, it's on there too. To disengage and engage, it's this button here, and then if you want to go faster or slower, it's the toggle here. And now we'll move down here into the center, and I'll show you these buttons. So your volume control is here, obviously hazard lights are here, your front and rear demists are here too, with the cameras, your my modes, and then a different button which you can use to set different parts of the car. So for example, if you wanted to do the drivetrain, or for any reason you wanted to turn the speed limit warning off, you can do all of that in there. And then you've got the toggle for the drive, neutral, reverse. So towards you for drive, away for reverse. And if you wanted to put the gearbox into a sport mode whilst you're driving, just a little click towards you, and you can do that. And then if you pull a paddle, it'll go into manual mode. You've also got your handbrake down here too. Slightly further up, we've got two USB-Cs here. The 12-volt socket is here. If you've got wireless charging, it'll appear on here. If you wanted to change your ventilation, you just use these little toggles here, and when the three white lines are on, it means that the vents are fully open, and then you can change where they are on there. Now, up to the iDrive. This is the latest version of BMW's iDrive. To connect your phone to it, this is your home screen. This is what it looks like. There's no iDrive controller down here. It's all done up here with these shortcuts on the right hand side. If you want to link your phone to it, click connect telephone, and then search on your mobile device for this code. Literally all you need to do after that is press it and link it together, and it'll give you the prompts. If you've got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, it's already picking up all the Bluetooth TVs that we've got in the building. Super sensitive, but yeah, super easy to do on there. You've then got your different widgets on here. So you can see that you've got the maps here. So if you click on the maps, it'll bring up your satellite navigation. Super easy if you wanted to go to a destination. So just click search and type in whatever you wanted on there. Really easy to do. If you wanted to find fuel stations, you just click on this button here, brings up all the fuel stations. Again, super easy. There's so much food, fast food, restaurants. I mean, it's all on there, all in really simple widget form here. If you wanted to change anything else, click this button over here, and then you can change whether you want satellite images, 3D buildings, the traffic information, all on there. If you want a spoken instruction turned on, click there. If you wanted, for example, to avoid motorways, avoid toll roads, avoid ferries, you can do all of that in there too. And then go back to the home. If you wanted to do your media, for example, your radio, click on here. It'll then give you all the radio options. I'll mute it quickly because I might get a copyright violation. But then you've got all the full DAB digital radio channels and so on here with all the artwork as well, which is really cool. If we then go back to home, your air conditioning and stuff isn't controlled down here. It's all done via this button here. Brings up the whole climate functions screen. So you can do auto, which it's set at the minute, which kind of explains what it is. If you wanted to choose where you want the blowers to come out, press this button here, brings up this display. So then you can choose whether you want it to come out of different blowers, where you want it to go. You can also use this button here to do your front demist, as well as the button down here, of course. Then you've got, I mean, so many different options. If you wanted to do your heated seats, you've got these options here. But there is a very simple way of doing that. If we go back to home, just click on the button here, and as you can see, heated seats right there, super simple. You've got dual zone climate control, so if you wanted to change the temperatures independently, they are these buttons here too. Now, let's go into the actual menus, because there is so much to talk about in here. Once you're linked to the BMW app, the BMW ID will show up here. You've got your personal assistant, connected drive store if you wanted to upgrade any systems. You can link it to Alexa, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. BMW Assistance is in here too. If there are any updates or anything, the car will tell you all on the BMW messages sign here. Displays, you can go in and change the brightness at night and so on. So much stuff. If you've got a heads-up display, you can go in here, change the height, the rotation, the brightness. The instrument cluster, you can go in here and change a load of stuff. So for example, if you wanted it converted from miles per hour to kilometers an hour, you can do that in there too. The driving settings, you can go in and use pretty much every single thing to change different modes, but that is all on a shortcut down here on this button too. And then you've got your exterior lighting, so that brings up the button that we used here. So it's super easy. Your interior lighting is quite a nice one. So for example, if you go to your ambient lighting here, you can change the color on this area here and this area here, as well as in the doors here. So I mean, there's just loads to choose from here, and you see it changing as I'm clicking them. Really cool. Purple's quite nice actually. That's really nice. It's actually a bar under here too. Super nice in here. Further down, you can do your mobile device if you wanted to get rid of them. On there, you've got your mode, so you can choose if you wanted the car to start up every time in sport, personal, efficient. You can go in there and set that. Super easy. For example, if you wanted to change the sound on your sound system, you can do the bass, the treble, you can have enhanced sound on there too. There is just so much. Your vehicle status is a really good one to see, because you can see, obviously, if you have any check control messages or if your service is due, anything like that, it's all shown on there. The car will let you know, of course. Say, for example, you get a puncture or so on, the car will let you know anyway, so it's super easy. Your service partner, you can go in here and set for your service partner, as well as using the app to do that. Doors and windows, you can go in and change if you want the car to unlock all the doors when you press unlock and so on. You can fold the mirrors when you lock and unlock. You can flash. You can also have a sound as well when you lock and unlock the car, quite a loud beep. And then another feature which is really cool here is called the Drive Recorder. Now this can actually record things around the car. So say for example you are unfortunately in an accident, the car actually can record up to 30 seconds before and 30 seconds after the accident. A really cool, and you can actually manually do it. You can manually do it from your BMW app or from when you're in the vehicle too, and then all recordings will be stored over here. There's nothing at the minute because obviously this is a new vehicle. You've then got your Air Console Gaming, which is a brand new feature, so you can basically game in the car once it's linked to the app, and there's just so much in there. But there is a overview of the BMW 1 Series. Hopefully this video has been useful. Another actually feature that we will just mention before we go is the SOS button up here. Now this, if you're in an accident unfortunately, or if you are stuck in the middle of nowhere with no phone signal, you can press that button and it will ring through to BMW's emergency services helpline, and they will be with you as quickly as they possibly can. The signal from that is much stronger than any phone signal, so it should be able to find signal no matter where you are. But yeah, there we go. That is hopefully quite a useful thing with this new 1 Series, these handover help videos. We will be doing one on every single model, so whether you're watching this straight away after you've purchased your vehicle. You might have bought a vehicle years down the line. Hopefully these videos will be able to help you in that journey. And it doesn't even need to be if you've bought one of these cars. If you wanted to just have a real good look at how these things work, please have a watch of our handover help videos, because there's going to be so many more of them to come. And thank you guys ever so much for liking this video. Subscribe to the channel, etc., all that stuff, because there's so much cool stuff to come. And if you want any more information on the new BMW 1 Series, or any BMW for that matter, please contact your local Sytner BMW retailer, and I will see you guys again very, very soon.